Hello there and welcome to Atheism for Lent. Thank you so much for signing up to this decentering practice. I'm your guide for the next 40 days, and what you can expect is a reflection emailed to you for every day of Lent, except for Sunday. On Sunday, I will be giving a seminar that you can engage with live or watch later, and there'll also be a processing room on Sunday where you can dissect the reflections with other people who are doing the practice. Now, what I want to do in this introductory video is simply give a few pieces of advice about how to get the most out of atheism for Lent, and then introduce the first three reflections that will take us up to Sunday. Now, the first thing to say about atheism for Lent is that it is a dialectical process. And without getting into the nitty-gritty of what dialectics is, you can think of it very simply as a process in which there is an affirmation, there is a critique of that affirmation, and then there is a critique of the critique. And this critique of critique becomes its own affirmation, which is then critiqued, and this process continues. So there is a type of dynamic movement, and you will be therefore going through that journey, exploring how theism and atheism have been engaged in this process, bringing us to ever deeper, more sophisticated and more interesting discussions that are not just intellectually enlivening, but also existentially and politically important. So what advice can I give you to get the most out of this course? Well, the first thing I want to say is don't beat yourself up if you're not able to do everything, and don't stop because you get behind. Even if you do 2 or 3 reflections a week, you will get something out of this. And in fact, that might be the best way to do it, at least for some of you. If you can do more, that's wonderful. And if you can do everything, that will really immerse you in this. And that's what I want to do. Whether you do 2 or 3 reflections a week or you do them all, I want you to try to allow the material to do its work, to be thinking about it every day, to even discuss it with other people who aren't doing the course, to let it even filter into your dreams. So let it filter, let it wash over you, but don't beat yourself up about not doing everything. Secondly, I want you to try to, if possible, avoid that intuitive agreement or disagreement with the reflection. Agreement and disagreement is great, but that kind of comes later. The first thing you want to do is let the reflection potentially disturb you, entering into a negotiation and a conversation with it, keeping an eye on what it does to you, what it brings up in you, how you feel and why you feel that way. And the ones that are the most disturbing are really the ones that have the most potential to do something good. So really keep an eye on the ones you don't like, more so potentially than the ones that you do. Okay, so now I want to look at the first 3 reflections for this week. Now, Atheism for Lent begins with an affirmation, and so we're going to be looking at the classical arguments for the existence of God.